Hey, it's Veterans Day, Tuesday, November the 11th, 2025. My name is Thom, and this is your AmCon and Ready Corps Daily Brief. On today's show, what veterans can teach us about teamwork, leadership, and serving something bigger than ourselves. First up, the Daily Sit Rep, your ASAT team's snapshot of what's happening right now.
This is your AmCon Daily Sit Rep for November the 11th, 2025. Up first today, the U.S. Supreme Court is reviewing the legality and economic impact of President Trump's tariff policy. Lower courts have ruled that he exceeded his authority in imposing these tariffs, with small businesses nationwide reporting significant harm. Economic models indicate that the combined effect of U.S. and retaliatory tariffs could reduce the long-run U.S. GDP by nearly 1%. This case is a crucial test of executive power and trade policy, with implications for economic stability and small business operations. In other news, a recent study reveals that about 1 in 8 U.S. teenagers and young adults are turning to artificial intelligence chatbots for mental health advice. While AI offers an immediate and low-cost outlet for mental health concerns, experts warn of the lack of standardized benchmarks for evaluating chatbot advice and limited transparency regarding their training data. This comes amid lawsuits against ChatGPT alleging harmful impacts on young users. Families are encouraged to discuss AI use openly and seek professional help when necessary. Turning to health, a botulism outbreak linked to infant formula has prompted a voluntary recall by the FDA. The recalled product, ByHeart Whole Nutrition Powdered Infant Formula, has been connected to 83 reported infant botulism cases across 10 states, including Arizona, California, and Texas, with 13 hospitalizations. Parents and caregivers are urged to stop using the affected formula lots immediately and monitor infants for symptoms, as botulism can take weeks to develop. Focusing on community safety, there is a growing threat of religious extremism targeting Christian institutions nationwide. Recent incidents, including attempted armed entry and bomb threat hoaxes at churches, highlight the urgent need for security upgrades. Churches and Christian schools are advised to enhance security measures, conduct regular threat assessments, and strengthen coordination with law enforcement to protect congregations and prevent potential loss of life. Lastly, situational awareness remains critical due to ongoing protests and potential civil unrest in various locations. Notable events today include the Veterans Day Unity March for Peace in Chicago at 11 a.m., a demonstration in front of the Zionist consulate in Los Angeles, and a protest at the Courthouse Green in Fort Wayne. Members are reminded to stay alert, know their exits when attending public events, report suspicious activity to authorities, and update the ISAT team through the regional signal chats when safe to do so. On the weather front, unseasonably cold conditions persist along the southeast coast and Florida, with record low temperatures expected to tie or break in these areas. Snowfall will continue in the lower Great Lakes and interior northeast New England, with several inches accumulating. The West Coast is preparing for heavy rainfall and mountain snow from an incoming atmospheric river later this week. Additionally, space weather alerts have been issued for expected geomagnetic storms through November the 13th, calling for vigilance regarding potential impacts on critical infrastructure. In event news, the AmCon calendar highlights an upcoming free immunity building workshop in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia on November 15th. This hands-on event will teach participants how to make fire cider and elderberry syrup to boost the immune system during the winter months. Also on November 15th, the Broward County, Florida chapter will hold its monthly meetup in Sunrise FL, focusing on the preparedness mindset. Members interested in these events should register and participate to enhance their preparedness knowledge and skills. Members can access the American Contingency members-only site to get the full report and more in-depth analysis of today's stories, along with practical preparedness tips, training opportunities, and resources to help you, your family, and your neighborhood stay crisis ready.
Today is Veterans Day, a day to pause and honor the men and women who've worn the uniform of our country. Many of them are part of the Ready Corps family, and their service holds lessons that reach far beyond the military. Because if there's one thing veterans understand better than anyone, it's teamwork. Teamwork in the military isn't just a buzzword, it's survival. It's the understanding that your safety, your success, your mission depends on the people beside you. You train together, eat together, and trust each other with your lives. There's no lone wolf in the field, just the unit, the mission, and the commitment to see it through. That mindset is what preparedness is really about. It's not hoarding or hiding, it's serving. It's saying, if I'm ready, then I can help someone else. And that's exactly how veterans think. Service doesn't end when the uniform comes off. It just changes shape. Many of our members who served are still serving today, this time in their neighborhoods and communities. I saw that same spirit this past weekend at the South Region Adventure Challenge. The willingness to serve, to help fellow members and even non-members participate, learn, and grow. Relationships that will last years were built around campfires and meals, and whole families joined in. That's what makes Ready Corps unique. We're not just practicing to survive, we're practicing and building relationships to serve. Veterans bring a sense of discipline and mission focus that lifts everyone around them. And the truth is, every one of us can learn from that. We may not have worn the uniform, but we can still live with that same commitment to purpose, trust, and teamwork. So on this Veterans Day, take a moment to do more than say thank you. Let's honor our veterans by living out the principles they modeled and served to defend: teamwork, discipline, and service. Because those are the values that turn ordinary people into dependable teammates and strong communities into resilient ones. So today, reach out to a veteran you know and thank them for their service. But take it one step further. Ask them what teamwork means to them. You'll get an answer worth remembering, I guarantee, and maybe a new perspective on what it really means to be prepared. All right, when we chat tomorrow, we'll talk about how training together builds not just skills, but trust, and how that trust becomes the foundation for true readiness. That's it for this edition of the AmCon Daily Brief. Thanks for listening. Members, check out our website or phone app for today's updates. Not part of the network yet? It's easy. Just head over to AmericanContingency.com and get connected. And please, share this episode with a neighbor, a friend, or a family member who could use it. They're depending on you. I'm Thom Rigsby. Stay alert, stay ready, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow.